Thank you for joining us. I'm Alex Ladstatter, and this is Platts-Today, your digital source for what's happening on campus and around the greater Plattsburgh area. In local news, the number of COVID-19 cases in Clinton County has dropped significantly. According to John Canoza, the director of Clinton County Health Department, as of April 22nd, there have been 56 reported cases. This number has not changed over the course of 2 days. Canoza says there have been 544 tests completed, with 16 active cases and 42 people recovering. So certainly this is some good news for the North Country. If you were at Market 32 on Sunday or Monday of this week, you might have seen the State Department of Health. They were conducting an antibody test for the SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19. Governor Andrew Cuomo had announced on Sunday that the DOH would sample 3,000 people this week. Gary Holmes, a spokesperson for the Department of Health, says they are being mindful of not giving away too much information on where the tests are being given, as they do not want large crowds to gather. Now on to some hyper-local campus news. Come spend a day on Plattsburgh's campus. Virtually, SUNY Plattsburgh will be hosting its Spring Open House this Saturday, April 25th at 10 a.m. This event is open to any prospective high school student that is interested in learning more about what Plattsburgh has to offer. There will be a virtual tour of campus, a student panel, and admissions presentations, all from the comfort of your own home. To register for this event or to learn more about it, you can visit plattsburgh.edu. It'll be right there on the homepage. SUNY Plattsburgh's Project Help has teamed up with the United Way of the Adirondack region for a virtual week of caring. This fun and inspiring week kicked off Monday with a Thank the Frontline as the theme of the day. Other themes included do a random act of kindness and donate what you can. The virtual week of caring ends this Saturday with a platform to share how you cared. And we at PSTV would love to know how you cared this week, so please send us your photos of the virtual week of caring at sunyplattsburghnbs@gmail.com. In the spirit of caring, one department on campus has decided to give back to the community in a very special way. The SUNY Plattsburgh Theater Department, faculty, staff, and students donated over 300 fabric masks to CVPH, PHS, ARC, Plattsburgh Rehabilitation, and to the students and faculty remaining on campus. And this is just another way to show that we are #Cardinal Strong. Have you ever wondered what life is like if you're still living on campus? Coming up, I sit down with an individual who decided to stay. Find out next. Welcome back. I am joined by Charlene Garcia, who is actually still in Plattsburgh, staying in her dorm, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what life is like on campus right now. Hi, Charlie. Thanks for joining me.
Hi. Thanks for having me. On campus, it's a lot quieter, obviously, like 90%, well, not 90%, but majority of the students aren't here. So at least I don't always see people on campus, but it's not rare for me to see people. Like, I see people walking past every day. There's people who also live on my floor. I live in a suite, so I have a suite number as well. But things aren't as cluttered as before. The dining halls, now we have to speak, we have to project our voices, and it's even harder when I'm wearing a mask. The mask covers up my voice, okay, and I have to basically yell across the dining hall in order to ask for 3-piece and fries from the person serving the food, and it can be difficult.
So now is it just the downer that's still open?
Yes, it's only the downer. They closed every other dining hall. But they have the workers that worked in Clinton, they go Einstein's, at least those are, and I think Griddle as well. I see some of the workers from Subway as well. They all work at the Sundowner now, but they take shifts. Every other day they change the person.
Okay.
The people in the downer. So they're not the exact same workers as they were in the Sundowner before.
So in addition to the dining halls, what else is open on campus? What else is available for students?
From what I know, the campus express store is still open as well, but they have limited hours. the Sundowners only open from, I believe, noon up until 5, and the express stores within those same times, but the express store is not open on the weekends. The mail center, they have one person there like every week, but only one day a week. It's not, we have access to the lockers in the mail center and to our PO boxes, but there's nobody at the service desk. Like if we have large packages, I had a refrigerated item. I needed medication sent to me, and it was a big mess trying to get that because the mail center is no longer accepting refrigerated items because the person will only be there once a week, and they put them in the lockers instead of having to hand them over to us. So that wasn't going to work for me.
So trying to get that item, the refrigerated item, did you have to go through the shuttle system? Is that still running, or did you have to do that on your own?
No, the shuttle is no longer in service for the rest of the semester. I had first spoken to housing, and they didn't really understand what I was asking. So then I spoke to the health center since the item that I was getting was medication anyway. I think it would have been helpful to have them send it to the mail center. But then the people who were bringing the package, I think it was DPS, they sent it over to University Police, which is also open. Like, of course, they would be open, but University Police don't know what to do with it. So they sent it somewhere else, and then I ended up having to go to, there's another mail center on campus that I had no idea that there was another mail center here, and I had to go to the warehouse. And it was very sketchy for me because I've never been there before. And so I had to go there to get my package.
Now, what other social distancing precautions are being taken on campus right now? Like, what do you notice that has changed most significantly about your life living there?
Each student is assigned their own bathroom. So, there was originally 4 people living in the suite that I am in, and they moved 2 people out to different suites, so they had their own bathroom. They left me and one other suite mate here, and we each have our own bathroom. She has the bathroom that's within the suite, and I have the bathroom that's in the hallway, in the lobby. So it's frustrating a bit because I have to make a whole trip in order to use the bathroom. I know in other buildings as well, each student is assigned their own bathroom. So they used buildings like Whiteface and Wilson. So each student can just have their own bathroom and nobody else is allowed to use that. They have even put up papers with the person's name on them of who is going to use that bathroom. And also just today, they sent out an email saying that we are required to wear a mask when entering the downer, because although Governor Cuomo here already made it mandatory for everybody to be wearing masks, a lot of people on campus were not following that because there's so little of us, so they don't think that, I guess people weren't taking it as seriously. So they even just posted papers on our doors of the email, and they handed out masks to all of us. They gave us reusable masks.
Oh, that's good. So for a personal question, why personally did you decide to stay on campus instead of going home?
I was home for a short period of time during spring break, but I came back for unfortunate circumstances, and then there was no way back. The Greyhound and the Amtrak is no longer working. So, no longer stopping in New York City, which is where I'm from. So there's no way for me to go back to the city, and so I'm pretty much stuck here. But at least it's not the best thing for me, but it's not the worst thing either, because New York City is very, very infected with like many people are infected over there. And I have a very bad immune system. So I would have most definitely gotten sick over there. My brother here had already gotten sick of the coronavirus and he recovered from it. I'm very fortunate I was not there when he had it. I was over here in Plattsburgh. And I know that with all the medications that I take because of allergies and so on and so forth, it would have been very unfortunate for me to stay in the city because I know I would have gotten very sick badly.
Well, Charlie, thank you so much for sharing your story in Plattsburgh, and I really do wish the best to you for the rest of the semester.
Thank you. You too.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Platts Today. As always, I'm Alex Ladstatter, and I'll see you next week.